Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan. And tonight, guys, we have a very special guest, Miss Sonia Fowler, guys, all the way from El Paso. Or no, she's in Eagle Pass, Texas. And I'm in Kerrville, Texas, guys. And I hope you guys will get engaged with this one. I hope you guys will share this with all your friends. And I hope you guys are ready for an update on our friend, Mr. Shane Blanchard. But if you came for this video tonight, I hope you guys will stick around. And we'll be getting ready to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Sonia. I'm from Eagle Pass, Texas, and I'm a mother of 2. What you might not know about me is that I have kidney disease. I started having symptoms about 2 years ago, and that's when I got diagnosed with end-stage renal failure. So now I am on dialysis. To stay alive, I am on dialysis. I do peritoneal dialysis every night for 10 hours. I could get a kidney from a living donor. So far, I have been very active on Facebook, and I have done a lot of YouTube videos to try to find a donor. I was surprised to learn that the wait is 7 to 10 years for a kidney. Without a living kidney donor, I will have to wait on the list for 7 to 10 years before one becomes available from a deceased donor. With a living kidney transplant, my life would change so much. It means that I could get back to work. I could provide the loving and stable family that my children deserve. I am making this video to share my information and to try to find a living kidney donor, somebody who's willing to step up and donate life. Thank you for watching my video. Please share it on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever you have, just share it. If you're interested in donating, please contact Kidney Solutions at number 830-285-2140. Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Hey, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in to our show tonight. Again, guys, we have a very excellent show for you guys. Our special guest is Miss Sonia Fowler from Eagle Pass, Texas. Hey guys, I'm actually located in Kerrville, Texas, and so tonight's show is going to be brought to you guys by Kidney Solutions, a network of transplant experience. And we're actually advocating for Sonia to find a donor. We have her listed here on the website at kidneysolutions.org. You can find more information about Sonia tonight when she shares her story. You can definitely call the number over there at Kidney Solutions. That will go right into the Vice President, Kit Bressler. And you can speak with him and he'll tell you all the information. Or you can go over and check out the website at www.kidneysolutions.org. And if you click on waiting, you can find all of Sonia's information over there. We definitely want to send a special shout out to everyone who's watching the show. We've already got Jared Brown with the Warriors Quest show. Shout out to Jared Brown. You guys go over and check him out and subscribe to his channel. KWM, Mr. Kyle Hawkins, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Appreciate you, Mr. Kyle, for tuning in. We got Steve the Kidney Nurse, guys, over on YouTube. Go check out Steve the Kidney Nurse over on YouTube for educational, lots of education that he shares on kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. So, guys, for all those educational tips, go check out Steve the Kidney Nurse over on YouTube, guys. He's incredible. Also, guys, go check out the Urban Health Outreach Media Network over on YouTube as well. We've got my wife, Melissa, tuning in to the show. So shout out to Melissa. Thank you for watching, babe. Appreciate you. And hey, Jared again saying hello to Steve. So shout out to Steve Belcher. But hey, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in to the show tonight again. We've got an excellent show for you guys. First and foremost, I want to tell you guys really quickly, Mr. Shane Blanchard was going to be my co-host, guys. But, fortunately for him, guys, listen, I'm super, super stoked for him, super excited. But Shane got the call for transplant. And so earlier today, guys, Shane got his kidney, his miracle gift, of life of kidney transplant there in Iowa. And Shane's doing well. I actually spoke with his mother. I believe they're right now monitoring him in the hospital. And Zonya may have some more information as well, because I know she's been talking with Kay as well. But we want to send a special shout out to Shane Blanchard. Brother, I want to let you know we're remembering you, and our thoughts and prayers have been on my mind all day long. Super excited for you, my friend, that you got your kidney, brother. And definitely appreciate you. And we've been thinking about you. So super shout out to Shane Blanchard, and blessings to you, my friend, on receiving your kidney, man. It's definitely exciting, and I know Shane would have really been stoked to be on this show tonight, but he's resting at this point. We got some more comments rolling in, so we got just people sending shout outs to different people, Kyle and Steve the Kidney Nurse, and so. But listen, guys, it's an honor to be able to have Zonya here on the show tonight. And really quickly, guys, I just want to talk about so November, guys, is a National Diabetes Awareness Month. And, I'm hitting it right here at the end of the month. But I'm actually a type 2 diabetic as well. So definitely want to send out a shout out to everyone out there who's a diabetic, whether you're type 1 or type 2. And we definitely want to talk a little bit about diabetes and what diabetes is and, kind of how to manage your diabetes and things like that tonight. So just really quickly, if you're not already familiar, diabetes is a chronic health condition that affects how your body turns food into energy. Most of the food you eat is broken down into sugar, also called glucose, and released into your bloodstream. When blood sugar goes up, it signals your pancreas to release insulin. The problem is if your pancreas is not working too well, then your body will not produce enough insulin to break down those sugars, and therefore it can cause a lot of chronic health conditions other than diabetes. It can cause what's called kidney disease. And as you guys know, the top leading cause of kidney disease or chronic kidney disease is diabetes. And so diabetes being number one, hypertension, high blood pressure being number two. And unfortunately for me, I was actually, a victim of that as well, because I didn't manage my diabetes very well, and I didn't manage my hypertensive very well. I ended up into a near-death experience with kidney disease. So definitely go get your blood work done. Stay on top of your labs. Definitely, see your doctor. Don't skip any appointments, and definitely be on top of checking your blood sugars. Now, how many times a day should you check your blood sugars? Myself personally, I check 3 or 4 times a day. Some people have different regimens, different diagnoses, different prescriptions from their doctors. Some people you can check 2 times a day. I really feel like it's best to check, before or with each meal. I try to do that usually 20 minutes before a meal. I'll try to check my sugar, and usually I'll wait 2 hours after, especially on my heaviest meals. So usually my morning reading is like one of my most important one, and then usually my nighttime reading is one of my most important ones too. But like I said, I check throughout the day 3 to 4 times at least a day. But your doctor may tell you something different. In no way, shape, or form are we giving you guys a diagnosis here. Just letting you guys know what I do. So it's recommended that you definitely do it throughout the course of the day. You definitely want to check your diabetes, know what your sugar levels are. Don't walk around all day, because walking around all day with high sugar levels, like I said, can lead to kidney disease and ultimately can lead to kidney failure. That's exactly what happened to me. So definitely want to be mindful of your diabetes. Your food choices throughout the day, the diet that you're leading can definitely play a huge part in that. Exercise, things like this. So you definitely want to stay on top of those glucose levels, stay on top of your diabetes throughout the course of the day. And it's a manageable disease, but you definitely have to stay on top of it, be mindful of it. You can't eat things that are, high in sugar, high in carbs, things like that throughout the course of the day without, taking your medication and, using some form of exercise to try to, aid with your diabetes. If you're a type that just likes to sit around all day, things like that, and I definitely would not suggest eating things that are, high in carbs, high in sugars, because those sugars are just going to store in your body. But if you're an active person and you're taking your medication and you're engaged with your team, like I said, diabetes is a manageable disease. But if it's left untreated, definitely can cause kidney disease and ultimately kidney failure, because that's exactly what happened with me, guys. Also, guys, it's a known fact that if you have diabetes, you can end up with like sores on your feet, things like that, ulcers, things like that, sores on your feet. You can have problems like that, and sometimes it's unknown. You can get something called neuropathy. So it's definitely important that you go see like a podiatrist or some sort of doctor to go get your feet checked out. You can actually check your feet yourself. My wife, shout out to my wife, Melissa. She actually checks my feet for me, helps me out with that. And, making sure I ain't got no cuts or any kind of sores and things like that. Because if you're not careful and you're not managing your diabetes very well, and you can end up losing toes, you can end up losing feet. Some people lose legs, And so you have to really be careful of, getting sores and cuts and things like that. Like I said, this disease is manageable, but you have to really stay on top of it. Your diet, exercise, being engaged with your team, taking your medications like you should, definitely play a huge part with managing your diabetes. But listen, guys, that's all I've got right now on diabetes. But you know what? I want to bring my special guest all the way from Eagle Pass, Texas, Miss Sonia Fowler. And we want to bring her on, let her share her incredible story. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring on and introduce our special guest. Welcome to the show, Miss Sonia Fowler. Hey, Sonia, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
Likewise.
You're looking good. Looking good. I like that. I like that shirt. Yeah. I was really looking forward to having Shane on here tonight, but he got the awesome call for transplant, and like Jared said, in his comment, he said he's really super excited for Shane. I know you're really happy for Shane.
I cried when I got the call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mama and she's like, "Yes, where we're going." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I bawled. I can't even say I pretty cried. I ugly cried, and
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. I was excited for him too. I mean, it was when I heard, at first I wasn't like, I was like, really? I was like, really? And then he called me, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm on my way. And I'm like, oh man, that's awesome, man. That's amazing. And me and my wife, Melissa, we was praying for him, and just, hoping for great things. And so it's really exciting to hear that news. And I know you and him talk a lot, so I know that was a great thing for you to hear.
such an amazing guy. He deserves it. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and I believe that's how me and you got connected, was through Shane as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. He
yeah.
was the start of it all.
So, Zonya, you live in Eagle Pass, Texas, which is a couple of hours from me. I'm in Kerrville, which is about an hour of San Antonio.
Yeah, we're
Um,
hours away.
yeah, a couple of hours away. And so, are you originally from Eagle Pass, Texas?
Yes, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you're right now, we've connected, and we got you listed with Kidney Solutions and Kent Bressler, and we've been working with you and trying to help you find a donor, things like that. So why don't you share a little bit about your story and how you got diagnosed with kidney disease?
Well, I've been diabetic most of my life. I got diagnosed when I was 8, and kind of one of those. I really never took good care of myself when I was little. I my sugars were very out of control.
Right.
I wasn't aware that all of this could lead to me being on dialysis, my kidneys failing, any of that. I was a little kid, and unfortunately, it led to high blood pressure and led to my kidneys failing. And so I've been on dialysis for about 2.5 years now. Um,
You do hemodialysis?
I do PD at home.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better for me anyways. But kind of like you said, checking the sugars, I have an app on my phone that just takes care of it. I don't have to manually check it, but like maybe twice a week so that I can
Okay.
get it. But it's been a blessing for me. It's helped me take care of my sugars. My A1C was so out of control when I first started this, and with my meter that I have, it's gone down to like 8. My A1C is 8, which is pretty good.
Yeah. So you have one of the The what's it called? The what brand are you using?
Here, I'm using the Dexcom 6.
Oh, the Dexcom 6. So you have one of those ones that you stick the device on your arm and then you can use the app on the phone and hit it or
It's on my belly. It's about yay big.
okay.
It's not that big, and it doesn't even hurt putting it on. It's actually a whole lot less painful than pricking your finger every day.
Yeah, Kent's been trying to get me to move on to one of those. I'm still doing the finger sticks. I alternate between 1, 2, and 3. I use my 3 digits here. But I didn't know how accurate it was because I've heard people say that sometimes they were off a little bit and then like taking a shower. So how's that been for you? Is it you feel like it's pretty accurate and you're able to get it wet and stuff?
It's very accurate. Like I said, I do calibrate it maybe twice a week, which I just check my sugar and calibrate it there, and it calibrates itself to know my body a little bit better. But it's been really good. It's been a lifesaver for me. It wakes me up when my sugar's low or high. It tells you whether it's what your blood sugar is doing, whether it's going down or whether it's steadily climbing, or like it gives you warnings about all that. It's really been amazing. You should really get one.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds like a time saver too, because I'm using like the alcohol pads and all that, and you have to wipe and then stick and then and all that. So it can be quite sometimes depending upon the situation, it definitely would be easier to just take my phone and kind of and then see where it's at. Is that what you do? You just use your phone and tap it or get
You
close to it?
There's one that you put on your arm. I don't know what that one's called. That you tap it every time you want to get a reading.
Mm-hmm.
Continuously checks it on your phone. So
Yeah.
you app and it tells you what you are at that very moment.
Yeah.
And so it's been really good for me. Like I said, it's given
Yeah.
the perspective of how my sugars are going up and down. I mean, like I said, I've been a diabetic for most of my life, and I really wasn't aware of how much it goes up and down. And it tracks it for 24 hours so you can see actually what it's doing.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
I have a tendency that I don't know why, but when I'm sleeping, it's fine. But as soon as I wake up, my sugar climbs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just eh,
It
diabetes.
sounds like it's a money saver too, because as diabetic supplies are expensive for people
Yes,
that have to pay out of pocket. I mean, some things are covered under insurance, but sometimes you have to buy, extra little things here and there, alcohol pads, things like that, different things that people have to buy sometimes for diabetic supplies. So it sounds like you don't have to have strips and all that stuff. So it sounds like that'd be a time saver for sure and an expense saver as well.
it is quite costly, but I'm pretty sure most insurances cover it.
Yeah.
Mine
How, ma-
lasts 5 days.
how many times a month do you have to change the device that you stick in you?
3 times. It lasts for 10 days.
Oh, 10 days. So 3 times a month.
Yeah,
Okay.
three. And they give you, I mean, it comes with an adhesive strip that you could just put in, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really good. But you could also request that they give you these strips that you place over it.
Mm-hmm.
It lasts even longer, so you
So
don't have
Kyle's asking if there's any pain or discomfort with that device. You have any pain or
not.
discomfort?
It's a
Okay.
thin little. It looks like a little hair about yay big,
Yeah.
and you just push a button, and it automatically goes in, and it
Yeah.
actually hurts less than pricking your finger.
Cool. Sounds definitely sounds worth investing in or looking at into. I'm a definitely you got me intrigued into it now. So what kind of medications are you on to manage your diabetes?
Insulin. I'm on. I totally spaced. Humalog for fast acting.
Okay.
Lantus for an all day thing.
Okay. I'm familiar. My wife is on insulin as well. And I hear a couple of those that sound familiar that she takes as well, or maybe she did at one time. She can chime in. She's actually watching if she wants to comment and let me know exactly what she's taking. But those sound familiar. So I'm actually taking, I'll just let you guys know I'm type 2 diabetic. And then I managed my diabetes really well when I was on dialysis. Of course, the machine was doing the work and flushing the sugars out of my system. And so then once you get a kidney transplant, the body kind of stores the sugars a little bit differently. Some of the medications that you're on can also raise your sugar levels as well. But I was warned by the dietitian that my sugars would immediately increase. And after about 2 or 3 days, he was right. I started creeping up around 200. And I had to call my doctor immediately and say, you know what, I got to make some changes here because my sugar's just creeping, creeping high, creeping high. And so now I'm taking glipizide. So I take glipizide 3 times a day with each meal. And I'm also on a Tragenta, which is just for, all day long. Basically, it just lasts, all day long. I only have to take that 1 time a day. And so far, my A1C has been around a 6.2, which is a really good for me because I was at one time, I was like a 13, like I was off the charts, this crazy high. And so let's talk about how you manage your diabetes right now. You manage it with, you're testing it, and you're also taking insulin. Are you following any special diet or anything like that to try to, manage your diabetes?
I stay away from sugars, like definitely. I try to limit my carbs. I try to do the best I can, but I mean it's kind of hard with type 1 diabetes. It's really hard. Everything and anything. I mean, breathing just makes your sugars go out of whack. But your emotions, everything. I mean, if you look it up, everything makes your sugars go out of whack. But I've been doing a lot better, especially being on PD dialysis. Uh, what you're usually using, what you're using is dextrose, so that's pure sugar going into your body. So I
Yeah.
had to work really hard with my dietitian and my doctor to try to um
Yeah.
find an appropriate amount of insulin to put into the bags so that it wouldn't affect my sugars too much. At one point, I was doing too much, and I was waking up with my blood sugars at like 47 and
Oh, that's
two.
too low. I'd be shaking and sweating and I'd be ready to fall on the floor. I mean, if mine reaches right now like 60, I'm ready to, like, I can feel it. Like, I'll have to eat something really quickly because I get that feeling like I'm going to just pass out.
Definitely, yeah, me too.
Yeah. So
And
you,
when
you
you're
mentioned you're
the
type
good,
1, right? You say you're
say that
type
again?
1?
Yeah,
Okay. So at what age did you get diagnosed?
I was 8.
8 years old.
I was
Wow.
8.
That's crazy. 8 years old. I can't imagine going through like my teenage years and stuff like that with diabetes, which I may have been diabetic at that time. I'm not even for sure. I didn't get diagnosed properly until I was like 28 years old.
It was
But
hard, man.
yeah, I'm sure it was. So,
It
so
was
any,
more
oh,
than
go
any
ahead.
going through school. And
Hmm.
like back in the day, it was like really popular for kids to have their birthday parties in school. Like my mom would be really good about taking like a couple fruit snacks or something whenever she knew that there was parties. But I mean, everybody's over here having cupcakes and candies, and I'm just like in the corner, like, okay. So it got to a point where I would be like, you know what, I need to be excused, and I would just walk out of the class, and I adjusted. And then nowadays, like me doing the cooking, I do a lot of baking, and I try to like find new recipes that include Splenda as opposed to sugar and just things like that. I did a pecan
Sure.
pie for Thanksgiving, and I did a sugar-free pecan pie. Of course, I didn't eat a lot of it, but I was able to enjoy a little slice of it.
Yeah, it's amazing some of the sugar-free products out there that actually don't taste too bad. Some are terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say they're all good because they're not. Some of them are terrible, but
Yeah.
there are some that really do taste great. And I've actually found that sugar-free syrup, like for pancakes and things like that, waffles, the sugar-free syrup's actually not that bad. But I still don't drink like diet sodas. I just cannot get used to the taste of them. I just prefer to drink like unsweetened tea or water. And I'll flavor sometimes my tea with like lime or lemon juice, things like that. But I just don't like diet sodas. Do you drink like diet sodas, or how's that work for you?
I do. It was really hard actually because I would my go-to drink was Diet Coke. And
Okay.
disease, I mean, it's very high in phosphorus, so that's one of the things that I had to cut out. But it's okay. I do diet root beer, which is really good for us. Well, it just doesn't have phosphorus. I do Sprite Zero,
Yeah.
Kiss Zero, like just the diet drinks. I don't have a problem with.
So Sonia, what ultimately caused the your kidneys to fail? Was it from the diabetes?
Yes, the high blood pressure and the diabetes.
Okay.
So
So from the type 2 or from the type 1 diabetes and the hypertension. So diabetes and hypertension being the top leading causes of chronic kidney disease, ultimately, took out your kidneys, and so you're doing peritoneal dialysis at home.
yes,
Okay. How long ago did your kidneys fail?
about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So I've been dealing with this for about, yeah, 2.5 years. It's getting harder and harder, but I'm getting used to it. My kids help me out with the dialysis. Like they'll bring in my boxes. My daughter knows what buttons to push on the machines. Like she's my little nurse. She'll be like, "Is it time to put it on, mom?" And she'll put
That's
on her
great.
mask and she'll hand sanitize even though she's not touching my stuff. Like my kids are,
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, yeah. I had my kids. I did home hemo dialysis for a couple of months before I got transplanted, and my kids were helping me too. They were help bringing in the boxes because the boxes of dialysate are kind of heavy, right?
yes.
So, how many kids do you have,
I
Sonia?
do
Two.
my two babies, boy and a girl.
Uh, that's beautiful. Children are a blessing. Uh, some days, every day, most part. I have teenagers, so they're some days are fun, and other days are I'm scratching my head and pulling my hair out.
Yeah. My son's turning 15 in a week. So he's just, but he's such a blessing. He really is.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so, and he's in school, and she's in school as well, and doing all that. So, are they in high school, middle school?
My daughter's in elementary and my son's in high school.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of like your support that you have right now at home is your children. And who else do you have right now in your life that gives you support while you're battling kidney failure?
Um, my mom
Your mom. Okay.
and
Does
Shane,
it?
Shane for a lot.
Oh, Shane Blanchard. Okay.
Oh, I bother him.
Well, he's great. He's a great one to bother.
He really,
And shout out to Shane again, guys. Really hoping that he's doing well tonight. And he would have been on this broadcast. He would have been cutting up as usual. But you know what, guys? He got the call for transplant. Just really super excited for Shane. And the reason why I keep talking about it, bringing it up, is because we want people to know that a lot of you need to know about Shane's incredible story. And if you don't know, you can go back to some of his interviews that he's done with other people. He's got an incredible journey. But listen, guys, he ended up getting a transplant, so there's hope for people. It can happen, and so we just want to encourage people to, continue to have hope and believe that it's going to happen. And just like for Sonia here, we want Sonia to know that it can happen for her too. And so, I mean, literally, Jared Brown can attest to this. I was on his show, and then just a couple weeks later, like I got the call. I mean, literally, and I wasn't expecting it. I just wasn't. I wasn't prepared for it really. I had just got used to doing my home hemodialysis. And, as you know, you had to go through training and all that stuff to learn how to use the machine and, all that stuff. So, all of a sudden, I got the call for transplant. So I wasn't really prepared or really expecting it to happen, but it happened. And, just want to, give you guys hope that it can happen by sharing these type of warrior stories. But so Sonia, where exactly right now are you registered here in the state of Texas?
I am registered in San Antonio at Methodist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only place so far that I'm registered at. I'm
Okay.
in Scott White.
Oh, Baylor,
Yeah,
Scott White, and in Temple, Texas, or it's in that area, Baylor, Texas, that area. Yeah.
yeah, but
I,
that's the only one because San Antonio covers a pretty big region. So
yeah. Well, Methodist is an excellent hospital. That's where I ended up getting my transplant, and Methodist Specialty in Transplant. Shout out to them. Their team is amazing. I had an amazing surgeon, amazing nephrologist. My follow-up nephrologist. Shout out to Dr. K. His name's actually Dr. Kapterchek. He's from Poland, and man, he's an excellent physician. He's the kind of doctor that comes in and wants to hug your neck. So he's one of those really cool, laid back type of doctor. You really wouldn't know he's a doctor, but he's wearing the white coat. But he's just really a cool nephrologist. And
yeah,
so he's my follow up nephrologist with transplant. And so I don't know if you've already met, when you went down there to get
yeah,
evaluated, you already met people down there.
yeah.
Uh,
I pay too.
yeah, they've got a great team down there, so that's exciting to find out. Um, so let's talk a little bit about Kidney Solutions because tonight, I wanted to kind of feature them. What kind of support is Kidney Solutions offered you?
Just they've been there, man. They can't calls me and just to check up and sending flyers out and advocating for me, and they're great. I have a really good support system with them too.
Yeah. Yeah, Ken has been a huge influence on me and a great mentor. I mean, any question I've ever had, I've been able to call Kent. Of course, I live in the same town as Kent. Uh, so, but regardless, I mean, he doesn't care where you live or where you're at. He'll call you, he'll text you, he'll email you, however you want. And he's a great source. Man, I can't say enough about Kent. And tonight, guys, listen. Remember Kent in your prayers because Kent had to have a surgical procedure on his face. Hopefully, he doesn't kill me for telling y'all about it, but Kent had to have some spots removed due to skin cancer and things like that were on his face. And so we want to remember Kent Bressler in prayer and in our thoughts tonight because he's really having to rest and deal with this skin cancer. It's a serious thing. Like you got to after transplant, or even before transplant, but like after transplant especially, you got to wear that sunscreen and sun protection because you're at greater risk. And I believe it's because of the immune suppressants that we have to take. You're at greater risk for skin cancer. And so Kent, being a 34-year recipient, ended up with some spots on his face, things like that he had to have removed today. So we want to definitely send a shout out and prayer for him today. But he's an amazing advocate and an amazing, huge source of support. Like you said, the flyers and things like that, and the support group. I know you've been on the support group that we offer with Kidney Solutions, and that's been a good thing for me. I really enjoy the support group.
Me too. It's very helpful.
Yeah, it is. I really enjoy it. It's great. Guys, listen, Sonia's listed on our website as well at kidneysolutions.org. So you can definitely go over there and check out the information over there. For more information, guys, on Sonia Fowler, like I said, she's registered at Methodist Specialty in Transplant in San Antonio, Texas. And the phone number is right here at 830-285-2140. That's a phone number for Kidney Solutions. And anyone interested at all that's interested in becoming Sonia's donor can definitely reach out to us. We can share any information. All of our services are completely, absolutely free. I've never received a bill. Sonia's never received a bill. I can tell you, we don't bill our patients at all. Our services are completely free. And like I said, they can call that number. We can give you any information that's needed, her birthday. Matter of fact, Sonia, what is your birthday? So in case anyone was watching that wanted to share that.
May 29, 86.
Okay, May 29, 86. Because that's one of the first questions when you go to sign up. They're going to ask for your name and you're going to need their birth date as well.
Yes.
So you have the information there. Of course, we'll freely give you any of that information that you'll need to possibly step up and want to be Sonia's donor. Sonia, right now, what would a kidney do right now for you?
It would give me my life back. I feel like my kids are losing out on their childhood. Not so much, but I can't really do a lot of things with them. I get really tired really quick. I used to get tired only on dialysis days, and then the next day I would be fine when I was doing in-center hemo, but that was really rough on my body. And then now that I do PD, it's easier on my body, but I am tired a lot of the time. But those little kids, they keep me going no matter what. They're the ones that get me out of bed.
Absolutely, they'll do it whether you want it or not. They're going to get you out of the bed, right? Mom, I'm hungry, or Mom, I need this, or Mom, I need that. So yeah, I know all too well. Because at one time, my mom raised me. My father left the home when they got a divorce when I was like 5. Just to share a little bit with you guys. So my mom was like the hugest influence in my life. Everything that I did, everything that I learned, I pretty much learned it from my mom. And so she was like the huge support. In a lot of ways, people don't understand when I say this, but a lot of ways, my mom was a lot like my dad because she had to do some of the things and tell me some of the things that my father really never stepped up and told me or did. So my mom, in a lot of ways, kind of played a little bit of both roles. So my mom was just an incredible person. My sister was handicapped as well. So, my mom faced incredible odds, but moms are strong influencers. So I'm glad that you got support from your children. And you mentioned your mom. Does your mom live in the same town as you?
Yeah, she lives in my house.
Oh, she lives right there with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's awesome. So, because, support's huge. Like, you need that support, especially when you're battling, something like chronic kidney disease. You definitely need support.
Believe it or not, my ex-husband is actually a pretty good support as well.
Okay.
He's a good dad. He's a good ex-husband.
Yep.
He's a good friend. So he supports too.
That's great. That's great to hear. That's awesome to hear. It's, that's something that some people cannot say. Some people have different stories.
Yeah.
So that's awesome to hear that, you guys are able to work that out. So that's awesome, especially for the kids. That's a beautiful thing. Sonia, we really wish you all the best and really hope that, someone will come across this podcast that, would feel the urge and feel the need to want to step up and potentially possibly want to be your donor. You got, an amazing story with battling, diabetes for most of your life. You said diagnosed at 8 with diabetes. You've been dealing with this for, quite a long time. Now it's ultimately led to, your kidney failure, because you had hypertension, high blood pressure. And now you're doing dialysis at home with peritoneal dialysis. You've talked about family. So you've got 2 children. that, give you the inspiration to want to continue living every day, keep you motivated. And then, we know that you're listed at Methodist Specialty and Transplant, San Antonio, Texas. And also, guys, if you're interested at all, you can contact us at Kidney Solutions. And hey, guys, we really appreciate everyone for showing up. Sonia, before we close out the show, why don't you send a special shout out to Shane Blanchard?
Oh, Shane Boo. I love you so much. I hope you heal fast and get back to us. So we miss you. We miss your jokes and you're making us laugh. So shout out to Boo. I'm so happy that you got your kidney. Can't wait to see you. Oh, by the way, he promised he was going to come down to Texas to visit us, Jonathan.
Yeah, he's told me that. He said he was going to take me to a steakhouse.
Yeah.
When he got here to Kerrville, take me and Kent to a steakhouse. So, Shane, man, we're holding you to that promise, brother. You got the kidney now, so we're going to give you a couple months to get strong, and then you got to come to Texas and see us.
Yeah, he promised he would. So,
yeah,
get an ear, so he does.
Yep. Hey, really quickly, I know that you have a Facebook page here on Facebook, on social media. I'm going to let you share that information as well.
Okay.
Your Facebook page.
It's under Sonia Mezcla. Sonia needs a kidney.
Yeah, Zonya needs a kidney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spelled different. It's spelled Zonya.
Okay. All right. And you have any other social media that you're utilizing right now other than the Facebook page, maybe Instagram or anything? No, just you do some dancing on TikTok or anything like that.
Shane.
Yep. And then my wife chimes in with Shane's TikToks. Yeah. So yeah, Shane's a bit of a clown. He likes to joke around and have a good time. And so I'm sure right now he's probably driving the nurses and stuff pretty wild with his jokes and stuff. Well, maybe not. He may be on some pain medication and sleeping it off.
Probably both. He's probably pain meds and making everybody laugh.
But once he goes to, I warn everybody at that hospital, he's gonna say something or do something to make you guys laugh somewhere. I'm pretty sure of it. So, but no, shout out to Shane Blanchard, man. Really excited for him. And it's just proof that it can happen. It can happen for you, Sonia, and it can happen for anybody. And really excited to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on and sharing your warrior story with us. And we'd love to have you back sometime. And maybe when Shane gets, better, we'll have you back and have Shane back as a co-host and all that. And
love that.
And we can have some fun. You know what? Even better, if he comes in town, maybe we could get on a live together or something. That would be really cool.
Yes, definitely.
Any other shout outs you want to give before we close out the show tonight?
There's too many to go, but most importantly, Shane, Mama Blanchard, praying for y'all. Know that we're with you there in spirits.
Absolutely. So, really quickly, guys, I want to tell you guys really quickly, if you haven't already, you can go over and check us out at hopewithjonathan.com. Please feel free to listen to our podcast over there. You can actually subscribe to our YouTube channel over there. You can watch live videos. So definitely go check us out at hopewithjonathan.com. You can actually, if you like what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan, you want to help us out, you can actually contribute. I've got some different ways you can do that on there as well. That would definitely be a blessing to us while we're what we're doing here on our platform to share warrior stories and share stories of hope right here with Hope with Jonathan. And guys, again, really appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's been an incredible show. Appreciate everyone for showing up tonight. And again, guys, if you don't already know, we've mentioned a couple of times, you can go check out our website at www.kidneysolutions.org. You can click on waiting, and there are many people there that are listed. for in need of a donor for a transplant, and Sonia Fowler is one of them. And you can go over there and get her information there, or you can easily call us. Just pick up the phone, call us anytime, 830-285-2140, and you can get a hold of us and talk with us about anyone that's waiting for a living transplant. So, guys, listen, we really appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys will stay safe out there. Remember to spread love. Take care of your kidneys. God bless. This is Jonathan. Y'all take care.
Bye.
I'm trying to find the button. Let's see. Where's it at? Oh. All right. You guys take care. God bless.